Hi, everyone. Good morning and welcome to our live webinar. Thank you for joining us. I am your host for today. I'm Janelle, and joining me today is my awesome co host, Venice. And we will be exploring a topic that's both important and personal, which is mental wellness in the world of remote work.
Hi everyone! Whether you're tuning in from your home office, your dining table, or even your bed, we're happy you made time to be here. This session is about you, your mind, your well being, and your balance in this remote work journey.
Before we begin, we'd like to share a short disclaimer. So, this session will touch on sensitive topics related to mental health, such as burnout, stress, and emotional well being.
We understand that everyone's experiences are different, and some of what we'll discuss might be difficult or triggering for a few of us.
And please remember that you're always free to take a pause, step away if need to, or reach out for support at any time. We're not mental health professionals here, and this session is not meant to replace therapy or medical advice.
That's correct. Our goal is simply to start a compassionate and honest conversation about what many remote workers quietly go through and to remind you that you are not alone.
Right. So we encourage everyone to listen with empathy, keep an open heart, and treat this as a safe, judgment-free space. And this isn't about being perfect. It's about learning to pause, breathe, and take care of ourselves.
With that said, let's begin our journey, understanding what it truly means to be a remote professional in today's world and how we can protect our mental health while doing what we love.
Right. And before I begin, here's a quick look at what we'll be exploring together today.
So we'll start by understanding the Filipino remote work landscape. What makes our setup unique and what everyday realities we face working from home or at night.
And then we will be diving into the double-edged sword of remote work, how flexibility can be both freeing and at times overwhelming.
Next, we'll talk about common health struggles of remote workers, things many of us quietly deal with like burnout, loneliness, and sleep disruption.
Right, and we'll also discuss why it happens, especially in the Filipino context, on how our culture or values and work habits plays a role in how we handle stress.
From there, we'll move to recognizing the signs, learning how to listen to what our body and mind are trying to tell us.
Right, and then we'll share what we can do, like practical, realistic steps to protect your mental wellness while working remotely.
And we'll also do a short guided pause and breathing exercise, a moment for everyone to reset and reconnect.
I love that. So, before we close, we'll talk about creating a culture that cares because mental wellness isn't just a personal goal, it's something we build together as teams.
And finally, we'll wrap up with closing and takeaways, reminders that you can carry with you beyond today's session.
All right, so take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's begin our journey toward a healthier, more mindful remote work life.
So, before we go deeper, let's first understand what exactly is mental health.
So many people think it's just about your state of mind or mood, like being happy or sad. But mental health is actually bigger than that.
Exactly. It's about how we think, feel, and behave every day. It's our ability to handle stress, form relationships, make choices, and stay balanced even when life gets difficult.
That's right. So just like physical health keeps our body moving, mental health keeps our mind steady, right? So, and when that balance gets shaken by stress, lack of sleep, isolation, or burnout, it affects everything: our focus, emotions, or even our relationships.
That's correct. So, let's start by painting a familiar picture. It's 12 midnight. The rest of the house is quiet, but your laptop is just heating up. While your neighbors are getting ready for bed, you're logging in to your 8 to 5 in California time.
Exactly. Like many Filipino remote workers, like such as VAs, customer support, creatives, marketers, that caters to international clients. The US time zone alone means working from 12 a.m. to 9 a.m. PH, or sometimes even split shifts.
And yet, we make it work because remote work offers things that traditional office setups could not. No long commutes, no hours wasted in traffic, and the comfort of working near family.
I agree. Plus, for many, it's a dream come true, right? So you can
Yeah.
earn in dollars, spend more time at home, maybe even help send your sibling to school. So all while working in your pajamas. But every blessing comes with a price, right?
Exactly. Behind that convenience is a quiet kind of sacrifice. Missed birthdays, reverse sleeping patterns, and a constant effort to adjust your body to a rhythm that's not your own. Working from home sounds ideal, but let's be real. It can blur the lines between home and work. Your dining table becomes your office, your bed becomes your thinking space, and before you know it, you're checking emails while brushing your teeth.
That's right, Venice. So it's that feeling when your workspace and your safe space merge into one, right? So you're always available. You finish your shift, but your brain doesn't clock out.
You start to feel guilty when you're not productive, even during rest days, because everything, your work tools, your chat notifications, they're all just within reach.
I agree. So, while work gives flexibility, like you're earning dollars, it also creates invisible pressure, like the pressure to always be on, right?
Yeah.
So now let's talk about what happens when that pressure builds up. So many remote workers quietly face issues like isolation and loneliness. Like you might spend 8 hours talking to clients, but none of those conversations feel personal. Like there's no office chica, chica in
Yeah.
Filipino. And then our coffee break laughter.
Yeah, you can also experience burnout. That constant drive to meet quotas or please clients leads to exhaustion that rest days can't fix. And also, sleep deprivation. Working the night shift means your body clock fights back. Even when you're off duty, your body doesn't know when to rest.
Right. So there's also anxiety and self-doubt, especially when your client's culture or communication style is different, right? So you might overthink, did I sound too direct or do they think I'm not competent? And there's also depression or numbness. You wake up, log in, log out, sleep, and then repeat, right? So you stop feeling excited. Everything just feels like a loop.
And in Filipino culture, we often respond with okay, okay lang ako or I'm okay, I'm fine. We tell ourselves kaya pa to, trabaho lang naman, I can do it, this is just work. But inside, we might already be feeling burnt out or disconnected.
Right, exactly. So some even think others have it worse, so I shouldn't complain. But that mindset invalidates what we're truly feeling, right? So everyone's struggle is real, even if it looks different.
So let's ask the question, why? Why do remote workers, especially Filipinos, experience this kind of burnout?
I think one big reason is the disrupted body clock, Vinny. So working at night
Yeah.
goes against our natural rhythm, right? So you might hear roosters crowing while you're just going to bed because your body gets confused.
Another is social disconnection. Unlike in an office, you don't have sitmates to chat with. Sometimes the only voices you hear all day are all your clients or your own thoughts.
Right. Then there's cultural pressure. Many Filipinos take pride in being masipag or hardworking and palaban, or we also call resilient or fighter.
Yeah.
We don't want to disappoint our clients or team. But at the same but the same that same strength when overuse becomes our downfall.
That's true. And let's not forget the lack of boundaries. Clients in other time zones might message you outside your shift, and because we value pakikisama or getting along, we respond right away. Slowly, our personal time disappears.
I agree. So, awareness is the first step. Always remember that. So, here are some signs that your mental wellness might be suffering. So, first, you wake up already feeling tired. You can't focus like you used to. And then you start dreading your shift. You find yourself snapping at small things. Or maybe you feel numb and because nothing excites you anymore.
And sometimes your body gives clues too: headaches, eye strain, back
Mhm.
pain, or even stomach problems. It's your body's way of saying, please slow down.
Right. So when you notice these signs, don't brush them off. It's not weakness. Remember that. It's wisdom. It's your system asking for care.
Okay, so how do we take care of our mental health while working remotely? So here are a few steps that have worked for so many. First is set firm boundaries. Treat your shift like you would in an office. When it ends, it ends. No more checking messages at 6 a.m. For example, after 6 a.m., I'm offline unless it's an emergency.
Right. So second, create physical separation. So even if you have small space, designate a corner. So when you leave that space, your mind knows work is done. And then also build small rituals. Start your day with music. Try that. And then end it with a
Yeah.
walk. And then maybe water your plants after your shift. Something that signals your body it's time to rest.
And the fourth one that we have is stay connected. You can message a workmate just to check in, join online VA communities, or call a friend. Example, one VA started a 5-minute Kumustahan chat every Friday. It helped their whole team feel lighter. You can also practice self compassion. You don't have to be 100% productive every day. You're human, not a machine.
I couldn't agree more. So, and if it feels too heavy, seek help, right? So it could be a counselor, a mentor, a trusted friend. And we have the National Center for Mental Health has a 24/7 hotline, which is 1553. And then remember, asking for help isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign of courage. And before we move on, let's practice a quick breathing exercise together. So sit comfortably, relax your shoulders. And now, let's do this. Venice,
Yeah.
join me. So now take a deep breath in. Okay. Hold on for 3 seconds and slowly exhale.
Let's do that again. Take a deep breath in, hold for 3 seconds, and slowly exhale. Exhale, release stress, guilt, and tension. Now think of one thing you're grateful for today. Maybe your job, your child's smile, or just this quiet moment to pause.
Right? You see, just 3 seconds of breathing can help reset your body and mind. So you can do this anytime, like before your shift, during lunch break, or after a stressful client call.
Yeah. Mental wellness isn't just an individual effort, it's a team effort. Leaders, clients, and coworkers play a big role.
Right? So, for example, team leads can schedule mental health check-ins once a month. Maybe right, like not about task, but about how people are really doing.
Simple acts like acknowledging someone's effort or saying, hey, take your break, you deserve it, can make a huge difference. It creates a culture where care isn't just spoken, it's practiced.
Right. So to every Filipino remote workers out there, we see your strength, right? So we know how hard you work to provide for your family, often sacrificing your sleep and social life just to deliver your best.
But remember, you're more than your productivity. You deserve rest. You deserve balance. You deserve to thrive, not just survive.
So when things get heavy, please pause. And when you feel a loss, just breathe. And when you're ready, take the next step, which is thrive.
Agree, absolutely. Taking a moment to pause and breathe is not weakness. It's what allows you to gather strength and move forward with clarity. So, to everyone of our attendees today, thank you so much for joining us. Let's continue to create safe spaces for mental health conversations in every workplace, remote or not, because when we take care of our minds, everything else follows.
I could agree more, Miss Vinny. So we want to leave you with a few important resources. If at any point you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or simply need someone to talk to, please know that help is available and you are not alone.
Here are some places you can reach out to. First, we have the National Center for Mental Health, or the NCMH. You can dial 1553, that's their landline, or their mobile number at 0966 351 4518.
Also, we have the Mind Nation. You can visit mindnation.com for online counseling and emotional support.
And we also have an In Touch Community Services. You can also call them at 02-8893-7603 for 24/7 confidential help.
All right, so there's always someone willing to listen. Okay, so whether it's professional or your friend or a community, please don't wait until you're at your breaking point. So reaching out is sign of strength, not weakness.
So before we end, we'd love to leave you with a simple question. What's one small thing you can start doing today to take care of your mental health?
All right, so it doesn't have to be big. It could be taking a 5-minute break without checking your phone, saying no when you're already tired, or just remembering to drink water and stretch during your shift.
Think about one small habit or boundary you can start right after this session. Something that helps you feel a little lighter, calmer, or more at peace.
And if you'd like, you can share it in the chat or write it down privately because what matters most is that you start somewhere because small steps done consistently lead to real change.
That's correct, Janelle. So that's it for our webinar today. We'd love to stay connected with you beyond today's session.
You can simply scan this QR code on your screen and it will take you directly to our official website. You will also find us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and on Instagram.
We also encourage you to follow us so you don't miss future webinars, tips, and opportunities for a VA career.
All right. Again, thank you so very much for joining us in today's webinar.
Let's continue growing together as a strong, credible VA community.
Thank you so much. So, this has been Janelle.
And this is Venice.
Thank you for joining us in today's webinar. See you again next time and let's stay connected.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.
Thank you.